you seen all those Facebook movies that everyone's been posting? Everyone's been posting these.
Yeah, they're okay. They're all over the place, though. Plus, Flappy Birds goes bye-bye. Who could we possibly talk to about all this? The Geeks! Yes, Geek Beat coming up next.
There they are, dancing around.
They still have their Flappy Birds.
Lucky them.
Yeah. What?
Game over. Yes, it's that time. It's 7:13. Time for the guys. Guys, can you put Flappy Bird down for just a moment? And Craig, keep the music going. Let's get a proper Geek Beat dance here as we start our Geek Beat report for our Tuesday. Ryan Ozawa, Burt Lum joining us. We'll get to Flappy Bird in a minute. Let's start with Facebook. Those year in review videos. What's up with that?
Well, it was a feature that they did to celebrate their 10th anniversary. Hard to believe Facebook's been around that long. Actually, Google did a very similar thing at the end of 2013, but now that Facebook's done it, it's in front of everybody.
Now, all it's doing is going back and taking photos from your past year and then kind of just moving them around.
Right. It's in fact, it's the exact same music, it's the exact same template, but it takes your most liked or most actively engaged posts. So for most people, that means it's the really triumphant things you've posted, the cute things you've posted, and it kind of gives you a really nice retrospective. I have to admit, some of them got me a little, misty-eyed.
Yeah, but some people complain because they were putting it like you have an X in there.
Right.
But can you edit it now?
Yes, in fact, they had on the help that you could edit it, but they didn't finish that feature until a couple of days after they released it. But yes, if you did not like your look back video, you can swap out that ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend with a nice picture of cake if you'd like.
Okay, cake would be good. Hey, Bert, let's talk about Facebook Paper. Now, this is a whole new way of looking at Facebook.
Well, so they got a team of designers and re-looked at how you would have the Facebook experience by really kind of designing it for the smartphone.
Okay.
And it's really pretty cool. So all you got to do is look for Paper. The view is more like cards, so you can swipe through cards.
Okay, all right.
You can actually flip them through.
Right.
There's no buttons. And then the other thing is that there's a whole trend of news readers that will give you your news. And so with Facebook, they treat your news feed as a news feed, but they also give you a tech choice, a business choice, a entertainment, pop, culture. So there's a whole slew of things that are human curated that you can actually read through and get your news really quickly.
But this is just for iPhone, right? Or is there a version for Android users?
Well, the designers really came from sort of iOS backgrounds, so the first version of this is actually just for the iPhone. So it's really great. I like it.
But is there something else like Paper?
Well, a lot of people compare it with Flipboard, which is available on both platforms, and it's not just a way to browse Facebook, but you can do Twitter, Google+, Flickr, and all of that on Flipboard.
Okay, we've used a lot of time up already, but we got to get to the Flappy Birds. Now, this is a very popular game that all of a sudden was no longer available. The inventor pulled it off. What's he doing? He was extremely successful. How much was he making?
Well, he was making something like $50,000 a day. And over this weekend was really kind of interesting because he had put out a tweet that said, in 22 hours, it's being taken off the iTunes App Store.
Right.
So then everybody just got,
So
better download it now.
Was it a marketing thing, or is he really fed up with all of the...
It's hard to say because, he really went meteoric very early.
Right.
Actually, he was out last year sometime in May, but then around December, he went meteoric. And then all of a sudden, I think all the, reaction that he got over Twitter, Facebook.
I mean, everybody really wanted a piece of him, it seems.
Yeah,
He just became too much for him?
I think so. I mean, he was on Twitter. People were tweeting angry things like, your game is ruining my life, or all of this kind of stuff. So it was just too much.
Yeah, there's
something to do now.
Rachel plays. But so is it no longer available? Is he going to bring it back? What's the
Well,
story?
if you had it, you can always get it back if you go back into your purchases. Of course, everybody had to download it before Sunday, before he pulled it.
Otherwise, who knows, right?
But he's trying to promote his other games because he's actually not. Flappy Bird is not his favorite game, but it's obviously
He's on,
many
he's on,
people's.
he's on Twitter, Dongatory, and his last tweet was, "I still make games."
There's plenty more to talk about, and you can do that with Ryan and Burt on their radio show on Hawaii Public Radio. HPR, not NPR. HPR, but it's kind of NPR.
It is.
Sort of. And that's on Wednesdays
at 5 p.m.
At 5 o'clock, 89.3. Thanks, guys, very much once again for being here on the Geek Beat. Sunrise will continue in just a moment.